Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar. It's great to have you here today to learn more about the new features. We're just going to wait a few minutes to make sure everyone's in. The numbers are filling up nicely over the last few minutes, so we'll just wait a little bit longer. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting, I'm also going to add in a poll into the chat. So like we always do on the new feature webinars, I just want to see what feature everyone's most excited to learn more about today. So the options are, we've got the group metrics, we've got the comparing metrics, replacing exercises, program templates, and then also what's next. So what's coming up soon, which we'll always share more about right at the end of the webinar too. Hey everyone in the chat box. Perfect. So quite a nice split with the poll. The bottom two are the most popular at the moment with the program templates and what's next. Perfect. If you haven't answered the poll yet, feel free to get involved. It'll be good to see where the questions are coming from. Yeah, we're going to have a Q&A at the end. It won't be about the new developments. It'll be about these features that we've gone through today, as well as what's coming soon that I'll share. And so for questions, suggestions, I'll also be sending over links to be able to add them to our suggestion board or reach out to the support team too. But we're keeping everything quite centered around what the new release is and then also what's to come. Perfect. We've got good numbers today. So I just want to say welcome everybody to the new feature highlights for February 2024. It's great to have you all here today. A quick introduction to myself. So my name's Sam and my role at Everfit is the product specialist. So I go through the platform with coaches and businesses and show them how they can best utilize it for their business. So a quick overview of what we're going to be discussing today. So I'm going to start off by introducing the new features that we've built. I'll also touch upon some of the values and use cases of those features too. We're then going to go over to the web platform and I'll show you where to find them, how to build them. And then we'll have a Q&A at the end. And then of course, I'll finish it off by telling you more about what we're developing at the moment and what will be coming soon. Brilliant. So we'll get started. The first feature I want to share more about, so it's the metrics. And the first one is the grouping of metrics. You may have seen this feature already on your platform, but this is a really nice release. You'll be able to categorize your metrics into specific groups, depending on, I assume, goals you'll use it a lot of the time for, but also just being able to have different options to be able to view that all in one screen. So a couple of examples here. We've got the muscle metrics, the body composition metrics. The example I'm going to show you later is actually mood-related metrics. So you can be as creative as you want with those groups, and it is really helpful to just have that view all in the one screen. So this is the start of the new revamp of the metrics that we're doing. The next one is the new chart types for metrics. So you will be able to change between lines and bars, depending on what type of data that you're getting and how you want that to be viewed on both the coach's side and the client side. Comparing metrics. So this is a really nice one. If you want to see how two metrics compare to each other, you can have them side by side. You get a data point very similar to this, where it says the hip is 35 inches, the weight is 52 pounds. So you'll be able to see how these metrics are comparing to each other and how they are affecting each other too. So I've got a slightly different example again, other than weight, but you can be really creative with what you're comparing and then translate that over to your clients on why those effects might be happening. The weekly averages, so this was a highly requested feature for averages, specifically for weight. So we can now calculate the weekly average automatically. So that will be available for each week on every single metric. So that's a really nice update from coaches' requests. The program templates. So we've released a total of 19 program templates at the moment. They're built by professionals. They're really good templates. I've already tested out a few myself. But you'll be able to go into the coaches platform, download those program templates. You can take little bits of workouts that you like. You can take the full workouts, the programs, and make them your own as well, and add your own spin. So it's quite helpful if you're transitioning from another platform. This will just give you the head start that you'll need when you're making that switch. So some of the values for the program templates. So just to go in a bit more detail on this. So the big one is the time efficiency, as I mentioned, being able to go and take certain parts, whether it's sections, workouts, programs that you like, and making them your own. The next one is the versatility and customization. So they are very versatile. We have program templates ranging from running to strength programs, and you can also go in, you can make copies to them and then customize them and make them your own. The consistency and the quality is a big one too. So we've had professionals work on these, so they are really good templates. You'll be able to use them, and they'll always have that high quality that you'll be looking for. Managing programs with tags, so another coach pleaser with the programs with tags. So this will allow you to organize your program library even more. So we have the tags for workouts, for exercises, but we've brought this into programs too. So you'll be able to see that when you export a template, the tags appear straight away. So you might get quite a few tags when you first export a template, but you'll be able to make this your own. You can delete tags, create new ones, and then add those workouts into there. Replacing exercises. So this is a client-based feature that everyone was asking about. So being able to replace exercises as a client is now available. You can choose whether this is from your own library as well. So yeah, this was a big one. Our alternate exercises is of course one of our coaches' favorite features, but if you want to give them even more flexibility, you can now add the replace exercise option too. For coaches who like to have the control over the exercises that they're performing, very similar to the alternate exercises, you'll be able to turn on, turn off this feature. So clients won't know that they'll be able to replace it if you don't want them to have that flexibility. And then the final one today, the team management for on-demand resources. So a big one for teams. You'll be able to have similar sharing settings to workouts to programs, but for those on-demand resources now. So I'll be able to show you where to find that and how to use that as a team too. Amazing. I see Rob's helping out in the chat box, which is amazing for the first questions. We are going to have a full break for Q&As at the end too. Brilliant. I'm just going to make a switch over to the coaches side. Fantastic. So that was a quick overview of the features just on the slides. Now we're going to go through where you can find them on Everfit and how you'll be able to build them out. So there's no better page to start than the overview, where you get to see the brand new interface of those graphs. You'll see Steps has its own separate interface. My average isn't too bad for the last 7 days, so I'm not too ashamed with the 8,000 steps. But you'll be able to pin specific metrics based on the client that you want to appear here. And then you can quickly track progress while seeing everything else all in this one page. Then I'm going to move over to the metrics. So you'll see that we've got the different groups here. I've got all metrics, I've got my everyday metrics, I've called them, and I've got the mood related metrics too. So you'll be able to add metrics to the group by simply pressing onto this button. You can choose from your library that you've already built out. To manage those metrics, it's the exact same interface. So there's nothing different about managing metrics. You'll be able to go and add your own whenever you want. You can pin metrics to the overview very easily, and that will pop up straight away. You can add new metrics. You can add new groups up here too. And you can add saved groups. So to show you what this looks like, you'll be able to save all of the groups so you can use them later for other clients. So if I was saying I wanted to bring over some body composition metrics into this client, I can choose add. I can tick the ones that I want or all of them and then confirm. And then that creates a new group straight away. So the group I'm going to focus on today is the mood related metrics. So you'll see I've got some different metrics. I've got mood ratings on a scale of 1 to 10. I've got the sleep, steps, and water intake too. If I want to get a dive deep into the specific metric, I can click onto it and you'll see that that pops up straight away. You'll be able to compare it with another metric, which I will go through very shortly. But you'll also be able to change the data range visibility. So you can go last 7 days. You'll see that I've got all of the different data points here for the last 7 days. I can see how that progression has been going throughout the week. You get the weekly average, probably not the best for the mood ratings, but for other things, you'll get really nice data on weight, steps, things like that. At the bottom here, you can add results for your clients still the exact same way. So you can go and type in that data. You can change the date range. So you can actually make this very specific. If they went on a specific cutting period, you can then filter that down and be able to see that data. And then you can also use settings. So the chart settings, we have the ability for bar charts, for line graphs, that you can choose. You can make the colors match your business on just depending on how you like to view it. So if you change that, you'll see that that changes in real time. And then the units as well, you can see what units they are there. Amazing. So the comparing metrics is definitely one that I want to show you. So if you wanted to see how mood was affected by sleep, so this is just one example of how you could do it. And we're going to go for the last 7 days too. You can then hover along here and be able to see on the 10th of February, my mood was at 8 and I had 7 hours 30 sleep. So I had a really nice sleep and my mood was quite high. So you'll be able to see those data points and then speak with clients, let them know potentially why their mood's good that day, potentially a bit worse. You'll be able to use the metrics and compare them so simply. Brilliant. Whilst we're on this page, I also want to show you the settings. So the settings, this is where you'll be able to turn on, turn off the ability to allow clients to replace exercises. So you'll see that there's 2 options here. You can allow them to use your general exercise list, and you can also allow them to use exercises already tracked by the client. So you'll be able to tick and choose what options they have there. If you wanted to set that up for every single client, then what you do is go into the default settings and you'd build it out here. Perfect. So the next feature that I'm going to go through is the studio resources. So you can see the on-demand resources and the sharing settings. So this is quite a small feature, and it will probably only be used for people who have teams on the platform. But what you can do is go into sharing settings. You can decide whether that is shared with others or private to yourself. And you'll also get those options when you're building out collections. It has that same toggle that you'd have with workouts, with programs, where you can just click that on and then all of your coaches will be able to have access to those. They can reuse them. They'll be able to make duplicates, make them their own. And then, yeah, everyone will be able to collaborate as a team. Perfect. So that's going through all of the features today. I'm going to take a little break now for Q&A. So I'm sure there's been some questions going into the chat box, but if there's anything else, please feel free to pop that in. Cool. Sorry, just going to jump back on really quickly. I knew there was one that I forgot. So the programs and the program templates. So a big one that I wanted to go through today. So the tags, you'll see that I've tagged quite a few of these workouts already, these programs already. So the most recent ones I've got are sports, rehab, running, push-pull split, hypertrophy, and then limited equipment. The way you filter, there's different ways, so you can tick off the tag, but you can also just click on this tag here. So I can go and click onto hypertrophy and it filters it straight away. You'll also be able to filter here. We've added extra fields for modality and experience level, and then you can also filter based off the workout days per week and the duration of that program too. So just allowing more management of those programs all within this one place. I also wanted to share the program templates and how you can use them. So you just click onto Explore Program Templates. You'll see that we have very similar filtering to how that would look on the web platform. So you can filter based off the programs that you want. As I mentioned, we have 19 really great options that you'll be able to choose from. To go and use one of those programs, all you have to do is click onto it, download the template. You can get a nice overview of what's in that program before you do. You can then download it, and then that will appear straight away in your program library for you to go and make some changes and make it your own. So you'll see that just pops up straight away, and it even has the tags on there for you too. Perfect. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the team, and I hope that was helpful today. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Thursday.